Wednesday, we got an 18-minute video from the developers of Skate, hosted by Avalanche. It was cool to see him there, and they blew the lid off of everything. They gave us so many details. They talked about the game. It's not necessarily close to coming out yet, but it seems like they're doing everything right. Like, this is seriously fantastic news. I love how, forthcoming they're being, how open and honest they're being about development and stuff. If you guys want to check out the video, I'm going to link it down below, but I wanted to hit the highlights here and talk about it. You guys know we absolutely love Skate here on this channel. So basically, it's Skate. Skate's coming back, obviously. We know that. Skate 3 released back in 2010. It's been 12 years. They said that the community has been so strong and so vocal that eventually EA was like, all right, pitch us something. They did it, and it's been working at breakneck speed since then, working on this project. So, it's cool. They know that the community is kind of what kept the series alive, and they very obviously have a huge focus on doing exactly what the community wants and listening to feedback and making a great game with the community as, a big part of it. It's being made by Full Circle. It's a new development studio that was formed during the pandemic, but don't let that fool you. They've got a ton of talent. They actually have a lot of developers from the original Skate series, as well as new talent that's coming on board. So you're going to have this mix of, obviously the old school Skate developers are going to have the heart and soul of it. You've also got, new perspectives and thoughts and ideas and things coming in. So I think there's a really, really solid team behind this. Now, one thing they really wanted to make clear is that it's Skate. Just Skate. There's even a period at the end of it because that's all it is. It's Skate. It's not Skate 4. It's not a sequel, a prequel, a remaster, a remake, or anything along those lines. There's not going to be a Skate 5, a Skate 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's just Skate. And they're in it for the long haul. They even went as far to say that they hope Skate never ends. So they've got their eyes, their focus set on a distant future. It's going to adapt and change and add and subtract and just kind of mold itself into a whole new beast over time. You're going to have events and seasonal drops and tweaks and things like that. Think like Fortnite and Apex Legends, live service games. It's not going to stay the same. It's constantly going to be evolving. And again, like I said, community feedback is going to be at the heart of that. They also really wanted to hammer home that it's going to feel like Skate. The fun, the zaniness, the crazy physics, the slams, the breaks, the everything like that. It's gonna feel like Skate. It's gonna be silly. It's gonna be fun. Obviously, with all the new tech and physics engines and things like that, it's also gonna be, you're gonna have more control and it's gonna be more realistic looking and things, but it's also gonna have that heart and soul of the fun, crazy Skate. It's still there. It takes place in San Vansterdam. That's the name of the fictional city. So obviously San Francisco, Amsterdam mixed together is kind of the vibe I'm getting. I'm wondering if we're gonna, some of the trailer scenes definitely look like San Francisco. I haven't been to Amsterdam, but I'm assuming, some of the architecture and locations and things like that are gonna be, odes to those places in real life. And they said that multiplayer is a major focus. To be honest, I feel like it's the main focus. They're really, really focused on multiplayer. Again, you can't beat the game. They're building so much more than just a linear single player experience. They kind of likened it to skating in general. They talked about going to the skate park and you get to know people and there's this sense of community and skateboarding is growing and exploding, and they just want to bring that feeling of real life skating into the game. So people from around the world get to connect over the sport of skateboarding and have fun together, which obviously sounds amazing. Now, one of the features they talked about is insane to me, and this is such a good idea. It's going to be so crazy. It's called CollaboZones, so collaboration zones, and these are live zones in the online map where players can come together and they can create custom structures and parks and things. There's the limitless options here. It's free editable construction by the players that literally show up live in players' games at the time. Some of the examples they gave were this really big mega ramp right here. This was created by the playtest community, as well as this Plinko free running looking wall thing. So there are going to be these zones on the map. Obviously a big part of the map is made by the devs, and that's, it's going to change and stuff over time, but that's kind of solid. That's the map. But then there's going to be zones within the map that, maybe daily, maybe weekly, who knows, they're going to completely change. So you're going to log in and there's going to be some massive structure that some, really talented creator player has made, and now it's showing up in everyone's game that you can play, kind of like custom Fortnite maps and things like that. That sounds insane. And again, they've got their eyes focused on the distant future. The game is constantly going to be evolving. There's just constantly going to be exciting new things to check out. So this all sounds great, right? I mean, they are absolutely hitting the nail on the head. This sounds like a fantastic game. What's the catch? There's got to be some bad news, right? No, it actually gets better. They said that their goal is for everyone to be able to play together on day one, regardless of price or platform. And for that reason, this game is going to be free to play. It's going to be cross-play, cross-progression on last gen, next gen, and PC. And they're toying around with bringing it to mobile. They're working on mobile. It sounds like that's kind of a secondary thing, but it's going to be free to play, cross-progression across every last gen, next gen, and PC. Maybe not Switch, I'm not sure. But they said last gen, next gen, and PC. That is insanity, dude. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you're playing on, you're gonna be able to play with your friends. You're gonna be able to play it without spending any money. I just don't even know what to say. Like that is exactly what we needed. Now, of course, with the free-to-play game, there's got to be a monetization structure here. They've got to have some sort of way to make money. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to keep the lights on and keep developing the game. So there are going to be microtransactions. However, they've got a strict set of rules that they're policing themselves on, and they're saying they're not going to break these rules, and they want to make sure it's a fair experience for everyone. So, first of all, it's not going to be pay to win. There's not going to be anything where you can pay to improve your characteristics or attributes or anything like that. It is absolutely not pay to win. You're not going to be able to get like special skateboards or clothing or things like that actually change the gameplay. That's not going to happen. It's not going to have any paid loot boxes. Now, they made sure to say paid loot boxes, so it sounds like there's going to be earned loot boxes in the game, which is actually kind of cool. The idea of loot boxes is fun. The randomness, the excitement of getting something good, it just sucks when you can pay for it and you spend a ton of money. So the fact that they're not going to be paid is a good thing. So those are two really big ones right there. And the last one's also really important. There are going to be no map areas locked behind a paywall. They're not going to have some sort of a map edition or a DLC or anything like that you're going to have to buy to be able to get that. They said they don't want to split their player base. They want everyone to be able to have a good experience. Whether you're paying or not, you're all going to have essentially the same experience. You're still going to have an authentic skate experience. Now, they said they've been paying attention to other games and their microtransactions and how they work and stuff. They said they really like the way Apex Legends does it. They like that it's, completely optional. You absolutely don't have to. It's mostly cosmetics, and it's mostly about convenience. So it sounds like they're going to give you the option to customize your character and your skateboard and your, maybe some of your dance moves and emotes and things like that. Sounds like they might have a battle pass of some sort, but a focus is to make sure that it doesn't actually change your experience. Like if you're loving the game and you want some, cool new jeans, sure, get them. But it's not going to change the way you play or the experience you have, which is obviously really important. Okay, so I lied. I actually do have a little bit of bad news here at the end. They are not going to give us a release date yet. They aren't even giving us a release window, all right? And that actually comes from a good place. So they said their mantra is let's not F it up, and they're going to launch it when it's ready. They said when the experience is just right, that's when they're releasing it. They're not going to release any other info at this time. They're not going to make any promises. I mean, think about it. How many games have been delayed over the last 6, 12, 24 months? It's outrageous. It's like the new norm. I feel like more than half of them are. This game's not going to be delayed because they're not going to say anything until it's ready, and they're going to wait until that experience is ready for the public. They've been working on it for a while. They're going to keep working on it. They've started playtesting. I think playtesting's been happening behind closed doors for a while. They're even going to open up playtesting to the public later this summer. So they're just going to wait until the game is done, and I love that. I think that's one of the most important things they could do. And I mean, think about it. It's a free-to-play game. It's not like they need pre-orders. They're just one day going to come out and be like, hey, this is it. It's dropped, and we'll get a nice surprise. So I can't wait for this. I genuinely I'm trying not to be biased and not to overhype myself before a release. Sometimes in the gaming industry, that's not a good thing. High expectations just sometimes aren't really met. But to be, they have everything right. They've got everything lined up. They've got all their ducks in a row. And I'm really, really excited for this. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Again, if you guys want to watch the video, feel free to. It's 18 minutes long. I'll link it down there. We covered most of the really important stuff here, but it was a good watch. So if you guys are interested, if you're fans of Skate, might be worth checking out. And I will catch you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.